When was the last time you lost your patience? On the road? At work? Or at home? Our busy lives make it difficult for us to be patient. But to enjoy life, we need patience more than ever, even if it's being tested. But what does patience really mean? Does it mean we just passively wait for something to change? And how can patience affect our daily life? The 2023 Exercise Patience Convention of Jehovah's Witnesses will show you what true patience is, why we need it, and how it can improve our relationships with others. God wants you to be happy. And as our Creator, He knows that exercising patience is vital.
Exercising patience. Isn't that nice? You know who else in the organization has been exercising a great deal of patience? The victims of child sex abuse. Anyways, guys, let's get to it. How you doing, guys? I know it's been a while. Still working a crazy schedule. So Jehovah's Witnesses had another regional convention. Shows you how out of the loop I was. I just kind of caught wind of this over the last week. You know, I think back to some of the crazy names and themes for the conventions and assemblies. And after I found out about the child sex abuse and just how rampant it was in the organization, I think about those conventions and how many times there was 5,000 people in the assembly hall, and thinking, how many victims are actually in this hall right now? And how many perpetrators of those crimes are in this hall right now? And let's face it, we all know J-dubs are in a state of denial over it. But there's no way in this day and age you can tell me that they know nothing about it. And I've been thinking about the names of some of these assemblies and conventions over the last few years. See, what Watchtower does is they look at what they perceive as a problem amongst Jehovah's Witnesses, redress it, and make a show out of it, the Jehovah Show. And they present it. They lay a guilt trip. More mind control. So what they perceive this year is that maybe Jehovah's Witnesses are losing their patience. Well, basically, yeah. See, during the forced isolation, they were away from the meetings. And they kind of, okay, let's move on. When the hell is this happening? And they're starting to leave. So now Watchtower wants to reel them back in and tell them how to exercise patience. They're going to tell you how to exercise patience. But the thing is, by now, we all know Watchtower is overshooting the real problem in the organization, Jehovah's Witnesses. At this point in time, there is no way you could be that dumb to what is going on in your organization. There may have been a time before the internet that they could sweep things under the rug. They could keep you blind to it. But over the last decade or so, there is no way that even the most fading Jehovah's Witness has heard what's going on in your organization. And the fact that you're in a state of denial changes nothing. Ignorance is no excuse. My thing is, if you hear something, a child being abused or sexually assaulted in any way, you can listen to the elders and say, oh, he's just made that up. He's wrong. That elder's a good man. If there is any question at all, do not take it upon yourselves to police the organization, to silence that child, to protect the pedophile in your organization. Let the police handle it. Even though the elders will tell you, no, we can't smear Jehovah's name. We can't drag it through the mud. We have to keep this internal. We want to keep the police out of it. This is what the police are for. If you don't think your God Jehovah's name has been dragged through the mud, let's face it, it has been dragged through the mud already, just by the way Watchtower is handling the situation. And I think about that old crow that did the phone witnessing to my place of employment a few months ago. She didn't know who I was, but I knew who she was. I recognized the voice, and I recognized the name. And when I inquired about the sex abuse in that organization, her response was, oh, there are some bad people that say some bad things. So that told me right there that she knew about it, but was repeating what she was told to say by the elders. If there is any question at all, why leave it to chance? We have to wait on Jehovah. Why wait on Jehovah for something that is within your power to do something about? You change your mind pretty quick if that was your kid and you wanted some answers, and the elders threatened you with expulsion if you went to the police. Yeah, they'll come out and tell you, we're not going to stop you from going to the police, but somewhere down the line, they will kick your ass in such a way that you will be out. You know full well that they want to keep the police out. If there are some liars and bad people saying about bad things about your organization, well, what's the problem with letting the police investigate it? If no one's guilty, the police will find that out. What is Watchtower afraid of? Oh, it's okay, brother. They have a legal department that handles this. I got news for you. Watchtower's legal department is not there for your protection. It is not there for your benefit. It is there to protect the organization. They will use any legal loophole to save the organization's ass. And this includes silencing the victims of sex abuse. Now, there are many people, parents that are well aware of this. They found this out firsthand. They found out by protecting the organization was not protecting their kids. Watchtower is one of the most, it's not the only one, but it's one of the most disgusting organizations on the face of the planet. And the way they're handling things is far worse than the Catholic Church. You can deny it if you want, but even the Catholic Church came out and finally admitted that they had a child sex abuse problem. Watchtower to this day still has not. I've been out now for almost 7 years, and they have yet to even touch upon it. Now, in all honesty, this should be the name of their regional convention. Jehovah's Witnesses Come Clean. Now, one time, Watchtower was the guilty party. But just for the fact that you are staying silent makes you just as guilty. There's some odd reasons. We still don't know why Tony Morris is no longer there. But they may be deleting certain governing body members for legal reasons to cover their own ass. See, they won't even protect their governing body. They're certainly not going to protect your children. They protect nobody but themselves and their assets and their money and their property as best they can. You, Jehovah's Witnesses, are expendable. And kids who unfortunately have no say because they're the easiest victims on the face of this planet are the easiest ones to intimidate. And think about how many lives that organization has ruined, as well as others. Watchtower is not the only one. But Jehovah's Witnesses, the longer you stay silent, the more this is going to continue. You think you're going to wait and Jehovah's going to clean it up? And Jehovah's probably sitting there saying, what the hell are you people doing? Do something about this. And you people are the dumbest asses on the face of the planet. When I saw that clip of the regional convention, exercise patience. That's always been a problem amongst Jehovah's Witnesses. They put on a show, but they have little patience, and they boil over pretty damn easy. But your big problem is the child sex abuse. And the thing is, if you overlook it, you're as disgusting this watchtower. Anyways, guys, but there's something I started thinking about before I close. I left the organization. I knew about it, and I mentioned it. And I'm thinking, could I have done more? My leaving didn't stop it. My leaving didn't inform the congregation what was really going on. And I'm thinking now, should I have stayed a little longer and informed a few more people what was going on? It would have caused me problems somewhere down the line, and it would have gotten me disfellowshipped had I. But I'm starting to think, in all honesty, for the majority of people in my congregation, I left quietly. 1 or 2 people knew what I knew. But I'm starting to think maybe I should have informed as many people in that congregation as I could. How I looked at the time doesn't matter. But maybe somebody would have listened. But I do know one thing over the years. More and more Jehovah's Witnesses are now hearing what's going on. And there's only so long you can deny it before you start thinking, is there something to this? Because you couldn't possibly be that stupid. As I stated earlier, in this day and age of information, if you're ignorant to what is going on, that is your fault. Kids' lives are being ruined. Grow the hell up. Anyways, guys, you all have a good day. I'll be talking to you soon.